Welcome back to Book Bite Insights, where big ideas meet bite-sized brilliance. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel is a profound exploration of how emotions, biases, and human behavior shape our financial decisions more than logic ever could. Blending storytelling with timeless wisdom, Housel reveals that building wealth isn't about spreadsheets. It's about self-awareness, patience, and understanding our deeply personal relationship with money. This book doesn't just teach finance, it shifts your mindset. With clarity and compassion, it challenges how we think about risk, luck, success, and what truly makes us feel rich. It's not about getting the biggest return, it's about achieving peace, freedom, and lasting satisfaction. Key point one, wealth is behavior. Building wealth isn't about intelligence, it's about behavior. How you save, spend, and stay consistent over time. You don't need to be a genius to get rich. You need patience, humility, and the emotional strength to stick to a plan. Most financial success comes down to controlling your impulses, resisting the urge to show off, resisting the fear that pushes you to panic sell, resisting the greed that tells you to chase what's already high. True wealth is what you don't see. It's the car not bought, the vacation not taken, the shoes left on the shelf, because real wealth is invisible, money quietly compounding in an account. And the people who win at money are those who stay calm while others are chasing noise. In the end, your behavior, not your salary, not your stock picks, is your biggest financial advantage. Key point two, compounding is magic. The most powerful force in finance isn't strategy, it's time. Compounding is slow at first, then sudden and immense. Warren Buffett didn't build his fortune because of perfect stock picking. He built it because he started investing as a child and never stopped. His skill matters, yes, but his endurance matters more. We often underestimate what time can do. A small decision today, repeated over decades, becomes unstoppable. It's not about chasing the biggest return. It's about staying in the game long enough for the magic to work. The earlier you start, the more explosive the result. But even starting later, if you stay consistent, can change your life. Compound interest is the reward for patience, and it punishes the impatient. Let your money breathe. Let it live through the ups and downs. Because over time, compounding can turn ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes. Key point three, getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Getting rich and staying rich are two very different skills. Getting rich takes risk, vision, and courage. But staying rich takes humility, fear, and restraint. Too often, the mindset that builds wealth, aggression, confidence, boldness, is the very thing that destroys it. Survival is key. More important than maximizing returns is staying in the game. There's no point in hitting home runs if one mistake wipes you out. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be durable. The world is uncertain. The market will surprise you. So protect yourself. Stay cautious. Respect luck. And always, always leave room for error. Because those who last the longest end up with the most. Not because they were the smartest, because they were the most prepared. Key point four, freedom over stuff. The highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up and say, I can do whatever I want today. Money is not just for things, it's for control. Control over your time, your schedule, your life. We think riches are about houses and cars, but real wealth is flexibility. It's the freedom to say no, to walk away, to do work that matters on your own terms. We crave status and recognition, but what we're really chasing is autonomy. Freedom brings happiness, not possessions. The rich man who's chained to his calendar is not truly rich. The modest person who owns their day is. So before you buy more, ask what it will cost in time. Because money that buys time is worth infinitely more than money that buys applause. And once you taste that freedom, you'll never want anything else. Key point five, you're not alone. Your financial decisions don't happen in a vacuum. They're shaped by your history, upbringing, and environment. Where you were born, what decade you grew up in, how your parents talked about money. These invisible forces sculpt how you think and feel about wealth. It's why rational people make emotional choices, and why we so often talk past each other about money. Your context is not universal, The stock market is the same for everyone, but the meaning of risk is personal. A recession means one thing to someone who lived through the Great Depression and something entirely different to someone raised in a booming economy. We judge others, not realizing they're playing a different game. We copy strategies that were never meant for us. So stop comparing, start understanding. Because once you see that money is emotional and personal, you'll stop chasing perfect logic and start building peace. Key point 6, save without a reason. Not every dollar needs a plan. Save money even when you don't know what it's for, because life is unpredictable, and the best cushion is flexibility. Emergencies don't schedule appointments. Opportunities don't wait. Having cash on hand isn't about maximizing return. It's about maximizing options. Most people focus only on investing, but saving gives you breathing room. It buys time. It reduces panic. It creates calm in chaos. You don't need a goal to save. You just need a habit. The habit of preparing for the unknown, of respecting the future enough to make space for it today. Money saved is a silent hero. It doesn't get attention, but it changes everything. And in the end, your margin of safety is what determines your survival. Key point 7, tail events rule. Most of the biggest outcomes in life come from a few rare events. A handful of days drive decades of returns. One career break changes everything. One investment pays off a lifetime. This is the power of tail events. They're rare, they're unpredictable, and they're massively influential. The mistake we make is expecting every effort to yield equal results. But life doesn't work that way. Most things won't matter, but a few things will matter more than you can imagine. So be patient, stay in the game, and understand that failure is part of the process. You only need to be right once in a big way. Don't quit before that moment arrives, because when it does, it changes everything. Key point 8, enough is the goal. Knowing when you have enough is the ultimate financial skill. More is a moving target. Chasing it can leave you restless, anxious, and perpetually unsatisfied. We think we want more money, but often we want what money represents: security, respect, freedom. If you don't define enough, you'll never feel wealthy. You'll keep climbing, even as the joy fades. There's no number that guarantees happiness, but there is a mindset that does. It's the mindset of sufficiency, of gratitude, of knowing when to stop. Many people risk everything for more and lose. They forget that happiness comes not from excess, but from balance. So ask yourself, what is enough for you? Then protect it, respect it, and never trade it for someone else's definition of success. Thanks for watching. If the psychology of money made you reflect on your own habits, you're already ahead of the game. Understanding how we think about money is one of the most overlooked, but most powerful tools we have. To keep that momentum going, dive into Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin for a deeper look at financial mindfulness, or The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley to see how quiet wealth is really built. If you found this valuable, hit like, leave a comment with your favorite takeaway, and subscribe for more eye-opening book insights that challenge the way you think and live. Until next time, be intentional, think long-term, and let your money serve your life, not the other way around.